In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, I would like to welcome all of you students of today's lesson, which is going to be about Unit 6, Vocabulary Building. Today, inshallah, mainly we are going to see some new words. Let's see the objective of today's lesson. Today, inshallah, we will match words with their meanings. We will match words with their meanings. Let's start by revising the previous lesson. Okay, do you remember this sentence here, or these two sentences we have? Okay, John has been working all night. John has been working all night, and John works all night. John works, and we said that when we talked about the content and the function words. So here we have, as you can see, content and function. We will move quickly. We talked about also differentiated between word stress and sentence stress. We said that word stress, the accent or the stress goes on one syllable, only one, like sign up or, for example, sign up. Okay, but here with the sentence stress, we said that accent on words within the sentence, on words within the sentence. And we talked about this actually. We talked about also types of words. We said that we have function words, and actually it consists of grammar and structure. Then we talked about content word, which is lexical. We started with the content word very quickly, and we said that the content word is the stressed one. Okay, so we stress on the content words, which give us the meaning, as you can see here, which give us the meaning. Look here, we have also the nouns, the main verbs, adjectives, negative words, and the adverbs that are the content words. Okay, what about the function words? We talked about also the function word which give us the grammar or the structure. Okay, and actually it is unstressed. It's usually unstressed, except the exceptions, of course, we talked about. Okay, and words that give us the structure, for example, articles, prepositions, pronouns, auxiliary verbs, okay, and the conjunctions. We talked about this in the previous lesson. Okay, now look at here. John has been working all night. We said that the words with the blue, okay, highlight, okay, are content words, while the yellow ones, okay, are the function words. Okay, so now we are going quickly to listen how we can pronounce and differentiate between the content words and the function word. Listen carefully, then inshallah we will come back. Okay, listen.
Page 87. 6. Pronunciation. In a sentence, content words are words with clear meanings, such as nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. They are usually stressed. Function words like articles, auxiliary verbs, pronouns, and prepositions join content words into sentences. They are usually not stressed. Listen and practice.
1. 3 experienced climbers went hiking in the middle of a snowstorm. 2. The weather conditions are favorable for hikers in May and June. 3. In December, the mountain is covered in snow and ice. 4. Temperatures can drop below freezing at this time of year. 5. Most of the Mount Hood rescue workers are volunteers. 6. There is no charge for these rescues.
Very good. Now, you have seen how we could pronounce the content word and the function word, and the stress usually goes on the content words. Okay, let's start our lesson today. And we will talk about vocabulary building. So mainly today, you are going to match new vocabularies with the meaning, okay? But where are you going to see these vocabulary or these words here? You will see these words in the reading on pages 88 and 89, okay? So match the words with their meaning. So here you have 8 words and 8 meanings. Let's read them together. Number 1, genetic, genetic. Number 2, treatable, treatable. 3, diagnosis, diagnosis. 4, undergo, undergo. 5, inherited, inherited. Number 6, preventative, preventative. And number 7, controversial, controversial. Number 8, potential, potential. Okay, now let's go to the meaning. A, causing disagreement. B, the possibility of being or doing something. C, done in order to avoid. D, received from a parent or ancestor. E, related to a part or the part of a cell that contains your parent's characteristics. F, capable of being cured. G, identification of the cause of a problem. And H, experience, H, experience. Now, we are going to see now how we could match these words with their meaning. First, you should know or look up look up the words in a dictionary, okay? And of course, you will see the meanings, of course. You will see the part of speech, even how we can pronounce or how we can see the word itself inside dictionary. Also the synonym, we will see the synonyms and so on. Now today, inshallah, we will use the Friar model here, as you can see, okay? So here you will see the word itself, okay? Also you are going to see the meaning of the word and example, of course, and you must see the example, okay? Part of speech and synonyms, sometimes synonyms and antonyms I'm talking about, okay? Synonyms here, another word that means the same word, okay? Simple, it's look like the same word or have the same or has the same meaning. Let's start with the first one, okay? What do we have here? The word genetic, okay? The word genetic, as you can see. What's the meaning of this word? This is the meaning. Can you read it? Okay, so relating to, determined by the origin, development, or causal antecedents of something. Okay, so here I'm talking about relating to, okay, focusing on the origin here, development, and so on. Okay, for example, what part of a speech do we have here? Genetic, something genetic, it's an adjective. Very good. And do we have another word have the same meaning as genetic? Yes, which is inherited. And actually, let's see the example. The genetic information found in the cells of your body. Okay, the genetic information found in the cells of your body. Very good. Now let's move to the second one. Treatable. Treatable. What does it mean? It means that capable of being treated. Okay, so we can treat this one and we can fix also this one. Okay, so here, what is the part of a speech we have? Adjective. Very good. And let's see the example. The goal of a newborn screening is to identify treatable genetic disorders in newborn babies. Okay, so here I'm talking about treatable, and actually we have the word treatability. This is something like a noun. It's taken from treatable, it's taken from treatability actually, and we talked about the prefixes and suffixes when we change part of a speech by adding prefixes or suffix. Okay. Let's move to the third one. Diagnosis. Okay. What does it mean, diagnosis? Diagnosis means the art of act of identifying a disease, okay, from its signs and symptoms. Okay. For example, when you go to a doctor, okay, and you have fever, for example, he will look at your eyes, okay, for example, and of course measure your temperature at least, okay. So it's called like signs and symptoms, okay. So here it's a noun, of course, when diagnose something. This early diagnosis and treatment prevents physical and mental problems and sometimes even death. Okay. What do I mean by diagnosis? Of course, I mean conclusion or sometimes to predict. Okay, or even decision or something like that. Okay, all of these are synonyms to diagnosis. Let's move to the next one. Undergo. Undergo, it means that go through. Okay, so something to go through. Undergo. Okay, so here this is a verb. Undergo is a verb. Okay, it means that like experience, to experience something. Let's see the example. People who undergo this type of genetic testing are usually from a family, okay, in which many members have had a particular inherited disease, like certain cancers or Alzheimer's disease. So here, undergo, it means that to go through something. Next one. Inherited. Let's see the inherited. Now we have seen this in the first sentence or in the previous sentence. Now we are going to see what does it mean inherited. To receive from a parent or ancestor by genetic transmission. Okay, so now to receive something, okay, from, I'm talking about genetic transmission or something like that. Okay, it's a verb, inherited. Okay, and inheritor is the one who gives you the genetic transmission, inheritor. Okay, so people who undergo this type of genetic testing are usually from a family in which many members have had a particular inherited disease. Okay, so the one who gave you this genetic transmission, okay, we call them inheritor. The next one, which is called preventative, here we devote it to or concerned with preventing something, okay, from happening. Preventing something from happening. And actually, preventative is an adjective, as you can see here. And how we will put it in a sentence and to see the meaning. It warns of the need for preventative care, like frequent checkups, dietary changes, medicines, or even the option of surgical remove the part likely to develop the disease. Okay, so here I am giving you a chance to see how we could use preventative inside a sentence or within a sentence or the text itself. Okay. Also, we have a synonym for preventative, which is from precautionary. Okay, something precautions, to take precautions. Something is called precautionary. Okay. The next one we have controversial is something we talk about, for example, a topic or in a debate sometime. We need controversial point, for example, okay, which is an adjective. Part of speech is an adjective, okay. So to give into controversy and talking about the difference between, for example, in a different point of view, okay, something controversial. There are also some controversial downsides to genetic testing, okay. So we are talking about something different, okay. And when we talk about this word, it means that something argumentative, okay. So we are going to debate and argue about this point, okay, argumentative, okay. Let's move here. Something potential. What does it mean, potential? Okay, something that can develop or become actual, okay, can develop or become actual. And it's a noun, of course, which part of speech is which is noun, okay. And when I'm talking about potential, it means possibility. Something may develop or may happen, possibility. So genetic testing has the potential to impact millions of lives in the future. So here, what does it mean potential? It means that we have the possibility to do something, okay, or to develop something. Now, we will go back. As I said earlier, you are going to see these words on pages 88 and 89. Now, you have seen the part of speech, the meaning of the words, okay. Also, you have seen the synonym, something like or the same as, give you the same meaning as the given words here, okay. And of course, an example. Now, let's see your answer. Let's start with number 1. Something genetic, or we called about genetic. What does it mean? It means E related to the part of a cell that contains your parents' characteristics. Okay. Number 2, treatable, which is F, capable of being cured, treat. Okay. 3, diagnosis, which is G, identification of the cause of a problem. Okay, to find the problem and of course to to identify the problem. Number 4, undergo, which is of course a verb. Okay, we said that, which is H, experience, to go through, okay, to something. Number 5, inherited. What does it mean? It means D, received from a parent or ancestor. Received from parents or ancestor. Number 6, preventative, which is C, done in order to avoid, to prevent something from happening. Number 7, controversial. We said that it means A, causing disagreement, okay, argumentative, causing like a point of views or something like that, controversial. And number 8, potential. What does it mean? It means B, the possibility of being or doing something. Being or doing something, okay? Very good. Inshallah, you are going to see these words in the inshallah next lesson. And we have finished our lesson today. We matched words with their meanings. And I would like to thank all of you for watching us today. And inshallah, I will see you at the next lesson. Goodbye.